Hey folks, Lee with Reel Rollers, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about adjusting or checking the levelness of your bed knife as it relates to the rear drum. Now, we've talked about the front drum before. I'm going to show you guys kind of what we do and an easy way for you to check to make sure your bed knife is leveled as it relates to the parallelness of the rear drum. So often I've heard some feedback that we're never working on the floor. We're cheating by using forklifts or benches. So today I'm going to do it on the ground so you guys can appreciate that I'm getting down there dirty just like you are. Now, a couple things I want to go over real quick. One, I've already set this mower up for how I want to test it, but I want to show you what I did. Since you can't see under the mower, I'm going to bring you over here to this mower we got up here on the forklift. Now, I know this is cheating, but I just want to give you a visual of what we did. So, for me to measure the parallelness of anything, I need to find an object. So here you can see a bushing. I've got two bushings, all right? These are what we use on the end caps of our rollers. But I bring this up because this is what I'm gonna use, because I know they're exactly the same size. I'm going to, on the ground, again, I'm doing this in the air so you can just see what I did to the one on the ground, but I'm gonna take this bushing, if you come around here, and you can see clearly the bed knife right here. My goal, and I'm going to start on this side, is to raise the height of cut until this bushing, or you can use a socket, you can use whatever you'd like, as long as it's equal in size. This bushing is sliding underneath the bed knife. There you go, a little bit more. There we go. So you can see from this angle, if you come around here, see how there's a little bit of a gap between the bushing and the bed knife? Now I'm going to lower it so that the bed knife is resting on that bushing. Perfect. I'll show you what we're going to do then. I'm going to go to the other side. And again, did this on the floor, but you can see I can't quite get this bushing, which is the same size, underneath it. Now, I cannot, and I know for a fact, that these forks are not perfectly level. So I know that with a fact. So this mower may be smack on. I just wanted you to get a visual for what we do to test them. So I'm going to raise the height of cut until I can get this bushing underneath this side, like so. Boom. So now I've got the bushing on both sides. Again, could be any object underneath the bed knife in the same location. Now I'm going to lower my height of cut because I want my front roller to actually come off the ground. So I'm loosening this roller. So that this bed knife is off the ground. Now you can see the mower is now only resting on the bushing right here on each side, which is under the bed knife. That is how I can eliminate the front roller being a part of the equation and strictly see that the back roller is touching evenly when the bed knife is on the same size object. Now, let's hit pause and take a look at me here. We know the forks aren't level here. I know because I've bent them, we've carried so many things, I know this isn't perfect. I wanted you to see how we set it up. So take that visual and now let's transfer it over to this mower. We did the exact same thing on flat concrete with this mower. The roller is up off the ground. You can see it spinning freely. Those bushings are located underneath the bed knife. But look what's different. If I grab these handlebars, watch what happens. I can rock the mower. All right, folks, we had to break this video up over 2 days because we had some customers come in. So I want to continue on this rear drum and just show you guys. We grabbed another mower, and again, this is a continuation of making sure the bed knife and the rear drum are perfectly parallel. So with this mower, again, completely different mower to give you perspective. We did the same thing with the setup. We have two of those bushings underneath the bed knife. The front roller is up off the ground. And with this particular mower, actually different from the first one we showed you, when I push the mower forward and put the weight on the bed knife up front, I'm going to try to see which of these drums spins if it's off. In this left one, I can spin the drum, my foot. It's not off by a lot, but it's just a millimeter. So the good news is, standing behind the mower, if this left drum spins, because you're not square and this needs to go, this side actually needs to go up so that they're flush. When this left side will spin, Really easy. All you do is loosen those 3 bolts. I'm going to show you in a second, and let the mower's weight come down. And it's going to, by tapping on the top of the mower, it's going to push this up so that both of them are in full contact. Tighten these 3 bolts and nuts up. It's squared up and level. Easy to peasy. If the left side is not spinning, but the right side seems to be off the ground, there's just one extra step. We'll have to block it up and do the same process. But let's go ahead and loosen up these 3 bolts real quick. Got a box wrench as well as a socket wrench. And I'm going to reach in there, and if you come around here, Hayes, I'll show you. These are 3 bolts that we're going to loosen up, so I'm going to get to work. As I promised, I'm going to do this on the ground like you would have to, because I feel like I can get a full appreciation in case you guys. So I got this guy loosed. I don't want to take them out. I don't want to take the nuts off. I just want to loosen them. Boom. Going for this bottom one. Boom. And then coming around front. This third one you get from the front. Just gotta find it. Right in there. Got these pretty darn loose, so this left side was spinning. Oh, it's already fallen. I was just gonna tap it. And now the left side doesn't spin, right side doesn't spin. The weight is on the bed knife on each corner, and now this rear drum. That tells me it is perfectly square. So I can go ahead and tighten up these 3 bolts, and this guy's good to go. So I'll grab my tools, switch my ratchet around, and just like that. I'm going to show you guys something else. Tighten them up, and then at the end I'll show you guys how you square up the roller. That's easy. But let's pretend the other scenario. Well, I've got you guys, and I got these already loosened up. Let's pretend that the right side is the one that's spinning, and the left one's on the ground. So in other words, I can move these forward. If that's the case, what I need to do is simply grab a 2x4 or something like that, because I want to block up this side of the mower. So all I'm going to do is move this over and block the mower up so it's on the frame but not on this rear drum. And you'll see by design how this rotates. So you can see, if you look at these bolts, if I move this forward, that makes it higher. If I pull this assembly behind here backwards, rotate backwards, it makes it go lower. So forward, backwards. It's just how it sits in there. It's not much movement. Again, it's only about a millimeter difference. So usually you can't even tell in the grass, but we want to show everybody how to do it. So in this scenario, let's pretend this right one's spinning and the left one's on the ground. So the first scenario was left spinning, right on the ground. And to do that, you just loosen, let the weight take over. If this one's spinning, you got to block it up like we just did, loosen everything, because technically this roller would have to come down. So when you block it up and loosen everything, I just want to push it down to its lowest point, which it's in. And then I'm just going to remove my block and let weight and gravity take over. So if I remove my block and I let all of us, when I put that there, these are going to rotate. And the last thing I'm checking is to make sure that my bushings here are still under the bed knife. So if I look right here, that one's perfect. We'll go over here. Get this one. That one's perfect. Now all my weight is on these 2 bushings and the rear drum. Not spinning, not spinning. It's flat. It's perfectly squared. I'm trying to take a little bit of weight off the mower to make sure I'm really putting weight on that bed knife to make sure it's resting on the bed knife and these drums. Now that that's done, all we do is tighten these up. So, as I mentioned before, and I want to recap this. Take a look here. If you're doing this, you put the bushings under the bed knife. If when you do that and you raise the front roller up, and you find when you push forward and the mower's sitting on the bed knife, if you find the left drum is spinning in the air and the right one's on the ground, super easy. Loosen these 3 bolts, tap on the mower, let gravity come down, and this roller will come up on this side, which will put both of them square. Super easy. Tighten it, you're done. If for some reason the right side is spinning, that's when you have to block it just for a second, loosen these, and let this drum fall all the way down, as low as it can go. Then you remove your block and do the same thing as you did the first one. Let weight and gravity push this in centered and be in full contact. And you can see right there, it's perfectly level. Bed knife, drum, time to tighten, game over. All in all, it honestly, on your first time, shouldn't take you more than about 5 minutes to put together. Let's say 10. I like to underestimate. So I'm going to tighten these up really tight. Not enough to strip them, but definitely want to pony up on it a little bit because we don't want these to move again as you're transporting the mower or moving it or anything like that. And I think the nice thing about these videos, just so you know, is we don't really do this time-lapse stuff. We don't fib to you about how long it takes. You're watching me do it in real time. To give you some real perspective, a lot of times people will make a video and say, hey, it only took me 3 minutes on video time. But they skip half the steps, or just won't show you all the steps. Not us. Not real rollers. We're gonna give you the real deal. All right, she's done. Everything's tightened up. Now, I'm gonna roll this guy off of my 2 bushings I had. And now the question is, the final step is the roller flat and the rear drum flat. And the way I can tell that, if there's any rock. Haha, 0 rocking. If there was any rocking at all I would do is loosen that front roller, because I know my bed knife is perfectly true. I know my rear drum is perfectly true. I had the roller elevated so it wasn't part of the equation. So I was able to get those 4 points set. Bed knife, drum, drum. This was in the air. Now that it's back on the ground, if this bad boy was rocking in any way or fashion, I would just loosen this right here, as we talked about in an earlier video, and I would slide this gauge to make sure the roller's true to the ground. But in this case, it was pretty much spot on. Guys, that's how you adjust the rear drum. I know it's a little bit wordy, but I want to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. So let us know if you have any questions. The entire idea of this is just so that you know that being off just a little bit isn't going to show up on the grass, but we want you guys to be able to know how to do it if you want to try to adjust it to make it to the T absolutely perfect. But in most scenario and in most cases, being off by a millimeter here and there isn't going to make a difference on the lawn. And with all of these reel mowers, the ability to adjust them is such a benefit, because just imagine if you didn't have the ability on the Revolution, you would just be stuck with a mower that's always cutting low on a side. Hope you guys have a good day. Appreciate your time. Hope to see you at the turf park party. See ya.